Okay, this time's 2:47. The call meeting in order. This is Commissioner Dayton and the three commissioners, the chief, and let's see. The turnout? Good. Good job. Okay, the first thing is public comment. I don't see anybody here, so this is my public comment. And we'll start with the chief's report.
Okay, the first thing I'll talk about is the budget. Again, the audited unassigned fund balance is $562,058. The total apparatus and equipment fund balance through June is $1,356,775.49. Ambulance revenue through June is $206,465.12, and we collected $26,193.56 more than the same time last year.
And then just on the audit there, first one.
Yeah.
Unreserved. Is that up to date? Is that right?
Yes.
To this day?
Yes. So once the audit is, it's from last year, so that number's not going to change once the audit is certified.
That was closed out audit.
That was closed out.
Yeah.
So that's really as of December 31st, though?
Yes.
It says up when we close the books.
Which would have been,
December 31st, except for a couple of
Anything
days.
dated for last year?
right.
Any other questions on that?
And we are ahead, you said 26,193 ahead of last year.
Yes.
Yes.
Fire department report for June of 2020, we had 58 fire prevention inspections. That report is included in the handout. It's listed by the person who did it, so Tim does the majority of them. You'll see some of his names in there. I think it's done alphabetical order.
Keeping that up to a couple. You just wanted to add a building. You just wanted to add a building.
They're not exactly.
Where's one that says the code?
Inspection.
First page, 6-4, 1020. Summer Street, Heritage.
So, we were resident at Karen's house, who calls us many times a week, complaining about a number of different things, and she calls the fire marshal. She's even called Concord Fire Department to complain about issues that when we go and look at, there are no issues. She just
She complains.
Cynthia, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Won't say her last name.
Okay. But, so they're inspection complaints. She's saying that it doesn't
She's
meet code.
complaining about
Everything.
conditions within her residence.
Okay, and that's why, yeah.
Okay, that's in the Bible.
I'll move on then. For the run reports to June, we had 202 incidents for the month. 116 of those incidents were EMS nature, equating to 57% of our total incident volume for the month. The engine responded to 35 EMS and MDA incidents, and we are 28 incidents above where we were the same time last year.
so we really took a big jump in June. Last thing started to reopen because we go last year with 179 and 202, 28 incidents out.
Yeah.
So both that came in June. So they were really busy.
They were.
19 was 60. And hopefully the same one, all 19.
We have a number of people that, you want to call them frequent flyers, that need help. And of those people, we do refer them to social services
Motor vehicle
as
accident,
required.
Tree Valley Road at Mountain Drive. Lake Lieutenant Gilbert, motor vehicle accident,
A lot of times.
Tree
not
Valley Road,
help
Mountain
as well.
Drive. Rate 1005, 1441.
With one address, it seems like you go sometimes 3-4 times a day.
Yes.
Juvenile one responding 1005.
And if you guys have been here for a while, you notice that that address floats around.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the same address,
No.
like we pick a couple here, a couple there, and it's just, they come and go.
Any questions?
Moving on. Simultaneous incidents, we had 31 for the month. Accounting for 60% of all incidents. Of the 31 simultaneous incidents, we responded to 30.
Nothing showing.
We received 6 mutual aid ambulance responses. We responded 5 times with the ambulance, mutual aid. We received 24 mutual aid engine responses and responded with our engine twice. We had a few fires last month, but we tried a lot of help.
So when you see 24, that you got, like I know there was a fire up on Green Hill.
30 mils, 2 and
And you have 5 pounds. Was that 5?
If they sent an engine, yes.
Or a tanker or whatever?
Yeah, so I don't count the man cars or.
Yeah, no, but it's, okay. I got it.
So it could be 5 different counties that respond.
That's exactly what it is.
But they
That's one incident.
Excuse me?
So it'd be 5 towns to 1 incident, or
Yeah, it could be one incident.
That's-
It doesn't,
Because you had a woods fire.
we had,
You probably had quite a few counties.
yeah, we had a woods fire, pretty big woods fire, well,
Lake Lieutenant 38,
an acre and a half. And then we had the building fire. And, both of those went to 2 alarms, so.
Gilbert Smith, under control. No injury. Companies to continue with traffic.
Questions on that? Moving on, apparatus. The engine one is out of service again. Pump problem. So what happened is an internal pump component corroded, got into the impeller, and also into the discharge, pressure relief valve, and all that's being taken care of now.
Direct you on responding with traffic. 1005.
I don't know what it's going to cost. Probably not more than a couple grand.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that's because of the age of it, or do you think that's because of the water line being released?
It may be a combination of both things. Because it is 20 years old now, and but that pump's been rebuilt 3 times now, so.
What I'm thinking is, if we go out buy a brand new truck, what's to keep it from happening again with a brand new?
the part of it is, for the water side of it, something that was discussed recently was flushing out anything. And as practices, they do fill up that just from the very beginning, from the day when it comes, to make sure it has at least the town water in the tank, as opposed, so even if you draft, you empty that off, and at least flush it out.
Well, is it the town water that's causing the issue, or is it if you're pumping?
Sometimes.
Because I know on my boiler at home, I get this green crud around my hot water pipes. And they say that's from the water.
Yeah, that can happen. So in the town pipes, you would notice, they get clogged up with stuff as it gets older and older. And if you flow a lot of water through that, bits and hunks of that gets thrown through the pump. And when you flush the hydrant, when you first open a hydrant, you flush it out, and you'll see it's all kinds of crap and brown and green, everything comes flying out of it. And then when it's clear, you shut it off, and that's when you hook up your hoses that go to your truck. But if during pumping operations, you might create a small water hammer, a starting flow, stopping flow, starting flow, that loosens up more crap. Then you get it in the pump, and if you don't get it flushed out, if it's a big chunk, it can cause damage. If it's little chunks, you basically, most of the time, it goes right through. After a fire, if we're using hydrant water, we leave the truck full with hydrant water, but if we're drafting, we dump the tank because it's, when you draft them, you really pick up a whole kinds of stuff. And then we dump that, and then we fill it up here with town water.
So it's always town water pretty much in the tank.
To start with, yes. Yeah. The only time that it wouldn't happen that way is if we're returning from a fire with a tank full of draft water, and we get a call immediately before we get here to dump it and fill it up. That doesn't happen.
You really can't put any better strainers on the intake, because then you're going to slow down, you're going to restrict your influx,
Yeah.
your inflow.
That does not sound good.
That is a concern on the hard water.
So,
It's too bad they weren't able to correct it. Because like I said, we've repaired it like 3 times, and I don't know how many other trucks we had before that, but we've had trouble with pumps over the years. I know when I was on, they rebuilt the pump
We're
several
having
times
milk for
there.
Huggins Hospital.
And a lot of it because when you draft, you do have all this stuff.
so,
That's good, yes.
we've never rebuilt
You
the pump
rescue
on
on
engine.
Austin?
We've had valves that we've had in place and stuff like that, but we've never had to rebuild the pump.
So how is that one?
That one's actually
Rescue
has
on
more
air
use
service.
on it than the one. I was right.
Now, I just wonder if it's a matter of what kind of company you get.
So, the pump in engine one is a dolly, and it was designed to be a front-mounted pump, but they mid-mounted it and had to jury rig it, and so the problem with that pump is it's unbalanced and it vibrates whenever you use it, and so that in addition causes additional problems. And I'm thinking that's because that it's vibrating all the time. It wears out the O-rings and the bearings and everything, and that's why we end up rebuilding the thing all the time. The tail pump on engine 3 was designed to be a midship pump, and it's worked pretty well. I would say we don't really have too many problems with it. The pumps specified on the new engines are waterless, and the reason we went with the waterless is because we went to 3 independent pump repair people and asked them where they have no ties to anything. They don't belong to Dolly, they don't belong to Hale, they don't belong to waterless. And just off the cuff, you say, if you were buying a truck, what kind of pump would you put in? And all 3 said waterless. And I had good experience with waterless and Tnfd as well. We had Hale and Tnfd as well. Actually, either one of them worked fine for us, but when you got 3 guys that rebuild pumps and they all say waterless, I'm going to go with that because they work on them all the time.
Now, is that company around here? Where are they?
Waterless, it's an American company. I don't know who they actually make. Hale's an American company. Dolly's, they're all American companies. I don't know exactly.
Waterless?
Yeah. Never paid attention to it.
And it's a 2-stage pump also, right?
Single stage.
Oh, it was a single, so we're just separate. New pump coming in, it's going to be a single stage also?
Yes.
You don't do volume? Okay.
All pumps made up of single stage.
Give me stuff from Home Depot.
Okay. All right. COVID-19, still no employee unprotected exposures, so we're doing well on that. This is a leftover from last month. The kitchen is all set and sent us to. Again, once we pass the budget, we'll get this bathroom, the shower in there, and turn it into a handicap accessible bathroom. We're going to discuss the new engine proposal. We're using all the new SCBA's. You guys like them? We're still waiting for the new compressor to come in, and I'm going to guess sometime September, maybe October. They didn't give me a specific date yet. They just said, that's about 3 months out.
What did we do with the old ones?
The old one we sold to Ashland for $5,000. We're going to use that money to offset the cost of the new one.
If they won't work for us, why is it going to work for them?
They're using the older SCBA's. And because our SCBA's are 5,500 PSIs, our old compressor only went to 5,000. The new compressor goes to 6,000, so it can fill our 5,500 PSI cylinders.
We went with hour plus bottles instead of the old half hour style, and the old pressure was set up for the old half hour bottles or the 45-minute bottles and things. So now to go to the top, well, to get the full hour and to get the full air in, we had to go with a larger pressure to allow us. Otherwise, then we'd be going in with partially full bottles and not getting full capability.
Yeah, your alarm will be going off very quickly because they go up, instead of at 25% air remaining, they go up at 33 to 30% now. So it cuts down the work time. So we used to have half-hour bottles, now we're at 45-minute bottles. So it still gives us a good amount of work time. Now, of course, you know, it's not really 45 minutes of hard strenuous work. It's 45 minutes if you're walking down the street. The fire department radio system is completed. Again, I'm still waiting on the new signs to show up saying no trespassing, federal law can go in there and all that kind of stuff. The Park Street Tower here had another meeting with the zoning board of adjustment. And that meeting is continued to the end of this month. So I'll be going to that meeting again. Call company, we still have one application in process, and currently working on the COVID-19 grants, so we get reimbursement for a lot of the stuff we get expenses for a while. Always looking for guys in the call company, and capital improvement program. Scheduled for the new ambulance next year as well.
What's the age for those call companies?
The age person, every person?
18.
Yes, 18.
Fall zone setback variance. Would you just go back to that one?
Yeah.
With the tower going in, is there going to be impact at all if there's an expansion of the station?
Depends upon the size of the station. It could fall within the fall zone, but I don't know if you've been attending the meetings. The tower is designed not to fail. It's a class 3 tower, which is a higher level of classification than regular cell towers. It's a lattice triangular tower. It's not a 9 tower like that. It's not going to come down. Even if it does come down, it's the first 60 feet of it are never going to leave the ground. I mean, never fall over unless somebody puts some bombs around the wall. It won't even reach 5. Because of the way I don't have any of those diagrams with me, but we had there's 2 sets of engineers that looked at it. The town, Northfield, is hiring another engineer to look at it just so they can be comfortable with their decision.
But aren't they going to make us pay for that?
The town of Northfield, the applicant, Wireless Edge, is paying for the town's engineer.
Could you send us the expected, or whatever, the first one you talked about, just trying to consider the impact that might be when we're talking about the station. I'm sure that will come up. So
yeah, but one of the things I have to alleviate the fears of, if you go by almost every police fire station, stuff, there's towers right next to those buildings. And they're not as built to the standards that this one will be built, because I put that in specifications that we had to have a higher class to alleviate people's fears of that. So it's not a concern. But I'll give you the I'll send you the document. the document, you can see what it says.
Okay, the only thing I got is culvert 19 grants. What grants are we told or?
So there's an AFG grant
Lake Susan
that
Belmont,
we
additional
can
call.
use to
Right,
help
follow
offset
Bravo
costs
Level,
of
8 Joy Avenue.
masks and all that
Lake
kind of
Susan
stuff.
Belmont, additional
There's
call.
a state grant,
Person following Bravo Level,
a DOJ
Joy
grant that
Avenue,
we're looking at to
Percy Avenue,
maybe
Timothy
get some
Drive,
ID
operational
pumps for the ambulances.
1455.
There's another state grant that we're looking at to help offset additional costs of overtime or things of that nature. So there's a few grants out there right now, and we're working through all of them. Of course, I don't have any final numbers on any of that yet because we're not through it. But when we do finally get through this, we'll file in for all those grants.
Lake Susan answering Belmont.
Most of those will probably get. The DOJ grant, not much.
Now, as far as the grant for the extra money, when's that run out? Everyone's out there.
It ran out
Or we did run out?
midnight, June 30th, midnight it stopped.
Belmont Command, minute to
And we
fire
received a check
evacuation,
for that a few weeks ago.
emergency recall, and the next two ambulance.
And that's the end of my report. So I guess it's okay to move on, Paul, to the end?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. As you know, we met with the budget committee last week. We discussed the engine, and there were some concerns. And for your information, I'll pass out.
Lake Susan Belmont,
It's
emergency
different from what I
recall.
sent you. It's the original proposal with the 5-year lease
Person following
payments
Bravo
on it.
Level, 8
So
Joy
you can
Avenue.
compare it to the new one that has no lease payments on it, and we buy the engine outright.
Laconia, 13 ambulance 2.
So the proposal from something is that basically, they worded a little bit differently. We're gonna
Timothy
pay
Drive,
50%
operating
now,
count rate
50% later,
1457.
but it's not really quite that. It's $766 this year and $789 next year. Both trucks will be paid for. There'll be no interest payments, no loans, no leases, none of that stuff. The apparatus and equipment fund can support it. Again, I'm using very conservative numbers on our revenue, and I'm probably overestimating the increase in costs for materials for everything that we usually buy. So even if we had to buy a new engine in 10 years, because we don't know what's going to happen 10 years from now, or whether it's bigger or whatever, we'll still be able to do that, but I have it in the plan for 15 years we'll buy an engine.
Correction has been tested twice since then. It's tested negative.
The difference between the two spreadsheets is the first one with the lease in it still keeps in payments against furnishings and equipment for a fire station, and still keeps in there payments towards a bond for a fire station. For that to happen, really, though, we still have to pass the change the purpose of the apparatus and equipment fund, which hasn't happened yet. I hear some people are for it, some people against it. I don't know how it's going to go. It has to be a 2/3 vote, right? A majority? 2/3, but it doesn't have to be a ballot.
We're not doing that this year.
It's on the warrant for this year,
We had a,
to change the purpose of the apparatus.
we had a bond vote or?
It's not a bond.
not.
Oh, okay, this is to adjust it, next year will be a bond.
No.
Okay, I'm misunderstanding, sorry.
It's to change the purpose of the apparatus and equipment fund to allow payments for bonds, notes, promissory notes, those types of things.
21 ambulance,
To
2
be
and
taken
35
out of the apparatus
ambulance,
and
1
equipment
route
fund
to
and
SMH.
put towards those, as well as what it already is.
So all we're going to do is add on some more things. That's basically.
You could add on fire station. if it passes. If it doesn't pass,
But that shouldn't affect, if we still wanted 2 trucks.
no, it's
All that's going to affect is if you want to take the money out for the fire station.
Right.
Basically,
Right.
you're going to, or take it out for.
so the priority of the apparatus equipment fund, I would assume, is always to make sure we buy our equipment and apparatus out of it. If there's money left over to put towards a bond, fine. And there is actually money in there that you could use towards a bond, but not for the first couple of years after you buy 2 engines for $1.3 something million, and an ambulance for $300,000, and the normal equipment and, EMS supplies that we buy every single year. But after a couple of years, that starts building up quite a bit again. So, for people who have concerns about, and at the budget meeting, there were a lot of concerns about paying interest because the apparatus and equipment fund was designed so that we would never have to pay interest. Well, after working with something and the spreadsheet, working it all out, they put a new proposal forward for us, and the spreadsheet shows that it was entirely feasible for us to do it this way. And in the end, cost savings, immediate cost savings, about $40,000, buying 2 new engines at the same time, not counting an increase that's coming in September of anywhere from 2 to 4%. If you average it out at 3%, it's another $21,000. So that's $61,000 in savings by buying one, by signing a contract for 2 right away. Plus, we're still going to have to maintain these 2 engines for another year. So we won't realize those savings until after the new engine comes, but once those savings come, we'll be saving about $30,000 a year in our operating budget. After many nights of thinking about it, and I think probably the best way to go is to sign the contract for 2 new engines using this new proposal. We won't be paying any interest, we'll be saving money. It'll be less expensive in the long run. It'll be less expensive in the long run. And then once we do get the new engines, the operating budget can go down by about $30,000 because we will be pouring $20-something thousand a year into each truck trying to keep them alive. It'll be closer to $5,000 a year just for normal maintenance, PMs. I guess you have any questions?
I'm curious on how you guys feel. Eric, what's your feelings about it?
About the 2?
Yeah. And how to purchase it?
Well, I'd hate to see us waste money on interest if we can get.
Well, let's start off. Do you think we need 2 trucks?
Well, I guess I haven't seen what the total cost is for all these repairs that we've had to do to those 2. I know you gave us some last week, but now you didn't have final invoices yet when we last met. But I mean, if we only had $54,000 for repairs for the entire fleet of vehicles, do you know where we're at right now? We're halfway through the year.
So you're well over halfway through that.
Okay, on engine 1, not including the most recent, we've spent $27,680.
So
Wait a minute, that's engine 3.
That's engine 3.
That's engine 3.
So 27,000, and that's halfway through the year. So if you double that, that's $54,000. That's our budget for the entire fleet of vehicles.
And engine 1 we have spent $6,000 on so far, not including this last. So double that,
So that'd be, that's
at least.
that's 12,000. Let's just say that's a $3,000 just for simple math.
Right.
If it brings up to 9, it's gonna bring it up to $18,000, and we're gonna have to find the budget this year to pay for repairs.
Right.
I mean, that's unforeseen. I mean, you sit down and throw numbers down, and how are we gonna get that to work?
Like they're doing Guilford additional call.
That's my job to make it
Incoming
work.
dark flight, transport to LRT.
Oh, I know, but you know,
65
do
aviation
we start
drive,
this
Old
through
County
night holds? I
Airport.
don't know.
Like they're doing Guilford.
You know,
Incoming dark flight,
Yeah, because you're looking at
they transport
what
to
has proposed
LRT.
59,000.
65 aviation drive, Old County Airport.
No,
From
we're
Lillicon Road,
we were
Breaking
approved
at 29.
before.
Yeah.
No, we're not even approved yet.
not even approved yet, but the budget committee proposed
Right.
something else altogether, which was,
Now, how's that?
They didn't know
they
when
did $54,468. So,
So here's the question.
From the airport to LRT
Just kinda hit
and
me.
back.
We haven't had an approved budget yet, but property tax bills have already gone out. So let's say someone on the floor changes the maintenance item to say,
Yeah.
whatever we propose, 59,000. You say it's 65,000.
yeah. How does that work?
How's that going to work? Because,
Well, what happens,
will that be the second half of
so what happens is your first tax bill is based on last year's taxes. It's not that. And then through everything that happens throughout the year up to September, when I send the final information to DRA, then they set the tax rate at that point.
I was just, you know.
That's how that works.
Kind of in this situation.
Because the tax rate might come in the
It's going to take a hike next year. I mean, you know, there's a lot of cost savings for us having to build in two engines at once. I think you said it was $50,000 in design costs, if you will. And that says something if you're going to save $30,000 in repairs. I mean, you still can maintain it, things like that. But, you're going to pay. I think the overall savings, yeah, we're going to see at least for the next couple of years. I mean, as this thing age, we don't know if we get hit. I don't want to say, like the last one, and it's cursed, but we don't know.
So what I'm asking though is, how do you feel about it? Do you think it's a good thing?
I think it is a good thing. I'm not going, woo, it's not like I want to go out and spend the
I
money.
don't want to spend that kind of money.
I look at this and I go, oh, gee.
You want to do what's best, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, what happens if, next year we get into a big accident, now we're for a little, it's going to take a couple of years for that account to bounce back. What happens if something else happens somewhere else, or some type of disaster, I don't know.
But okay, I'll tell you.
So I'll tell you a little bit. So once a truck reaches 20 years of age, like engine one, you only get the actual value for it. You don't get replacement value.
Right.
So
for 20 years.
So say engine one, because we all know the wiring harness is going in as well. Sitting out at a fire somewhere, the thing catches on fire and burns up. We're going to get about $1,500 for the truck. If engine 3 does the same thing, we'll get the replacement value of that engine, which is going to be about $703,000. So that's one thing to keep in mind about keeping trucks for more than 20 years. The other thing is that we really never know what's going to happen. We think through experience of other towns that have these types of trucks, they're very reliable and have not had any problems with them. That's one of the reasons we considered something in our evaluation process.
Okay, so I guess your answer is you think it's a good deal. And as far as the financing,
Well, I think it's
it's practical.
It's practical. I mean, $1.3 million is, I'm not.
Okay, so
Not
it's
passing that
something
bill.
that, it's something that should be
It would have been nice to keep the schedule. Yeah, you know, we're short right now.
As far as the finance, do you think it's worth paying right up front, so we don't borrow any money?
If we don't, I mean, if we have the money, then it's not going to strap us too badly. I'd say, because one of the other things is when we've gone for some grants, we've had too much money. So this will knock us back down to reality for a couple of years, and maybe we can get some grants now that we weren't eligible for before. And who knows, maybe there's some grants out there for the fire department, I don't know.
So it sounds like you're in favor.
I'm not like, you know, I'm like, you know, 55% big. I'm not like, you know, I'm not going home and woo.
Well, no, but you know, people look at us like, you guys are living, you know what's going on. And if we sit there, we have doubt, is it a good deal or not? They're going to look at us and say, "Bob, if they don't know, who knows?" And I know the chief can explain all the time, but we run the fire. We have the money, we have the majority of the cities we go. And if people don't look up to us, who do they look up to? They're going to look up to somebody else, the audience here that's going to tell them something else that don't sit here and they listen to all these. That's all I'm saying.
So following on what Paul's saying, I'm telling you we need 2 new fire trucks now. And I would like the fire commission to take a vote in support of what I'm requesting, so that there's no question that people asking that the fire commission is to support this action. And I'm recommending that we do it through purchasing them with the proposal offered by something. Cash down on one and COD on the other when it shows up. If the commissioners agree with that, they should take a vote to state this. That way the budget committee knows where the commission stands, and then they can look at it, because you guys are the leaders of the department, and what you think and what you should have an opinion and state your opinion and you know, put your stamp on it.
And that's what I was hoping for the budget committee to come up with some. We feel as that that's a great idea, but they won't sit there. I don't think they got a vote on that.
They want to know how you guys felt.
You're right, they did. That's what I guess that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I mean, I'm for it.
Okay, what about you, John?
So I understand the concerns with this, and I'm very much like the 50-50 range, and I think that what I assessed from the budget committee is the concerns too. One of the questions I have is how much will we pay more to fit an apparatus engineered into a 9-foot by box? Because theoretically we're paying for that on a second engine that we have to make sure that whatever we get can fit in there. But if we're going to be 2 to 3 years from this on a new one and we're paying an extra $100,000 to engineer it to scoop it down, that's $100,000 versus $50,000. I see that, but that's still $50,000.
You were at the budget meeting, so you heard me explain this before. They're not going to tell you exactly how much engineering costs because that's proprietary information. But when I talked to the dealer, they said the engineering costs on these trucks to get them down to where they need to be is about $12,000-ish on that part of the engineering of the truck. So
what about the manufacturing part of it too, to get it down
So-
to the axle wells and all that stuff, because you're shrinking from the common where they could just go above the axle and be done to now.
all that other stuff. So the reason we'd be saving $40,000 to $50,000 right now is because they engineered the trucks to what they so that they can build them once we sign the contract with the materials that they can put their hands on right now. If you wait another year, you can't use that same engineering because components change. Like the transmission might change the way they mount things on a truck. The engine might change. the valves bodies might change where the screw holes are. All of that is engineered into what it is now. If we wait, you know, a year, you can't even use the same engineering. You have to re-engineer the whole truck, and then it costs more. In addition to costing more because the price is going up anyways.
So once again, the question I'm trying to get at, I know it's hard to get a very definitive answer because it's proprietary and all that. To make a truck fit 14 foot above axle, to shrink it down to 9 foot in axle, theoretically, how much more is going into knuckles and piping 90 degrees and things like that?
It wouldn't tell me. But from what I can gather, it's about $12,000.
So about $12,000 in the hard piping and things like that to shrink everything down that extra 5 or 6 feet.
5 or 6 feet or 5 or 6 inches?
Well,
It doesn't matter.
Well, if we were to go like to a 12 foot by 12, down to the 9 to 3 feet that we're shrinking it down, some of it's going into the axles. You would get pipe up and over and things like that because that's kind of that's the.
Yeah.
If it was $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 to do all that body work and things like that, then I'm looking at the 50 versus the 90 of the savings. That's what I was trying to get at.
So when I had that discussion with the dealer, who has more information on that than I can get, we came down to about $12,000.
All right.
But he's not going to put his name to it, and I couldn't either because
No.
of the proprietary nature.
No, and I understand that. It's just, like I said, I was thinking, is it 80,000, 90,000 versus under 20,000? Because that does change opinions on the engineering cost. If you're paying a lot more, double, versus the engineering cost of 50,000, if it was 80,000, so 160 versus saving that 50, that's kind of where I was thinking.
The other way of looking at that, we engineered that for one truck. That engineering cost was for one truck only. We're just duplicating it for the second truck.
No, I fully understand that part of it. It's just, like I said, I understand the engineer saving. I just want to make sure the manufacturer saving of getting it down in. And it sounds like the engineer, that worked in the positive, what I just heard. Because I was thinking it was a lot more up here and then we double that, so. I do have concerns about emptying the fund though. That's another one I have concern because that's in there is if something, oh my God, goes wrong with anything else, and I'm not trying to jinx us, but that's why to empty it, and I'm not in favor of the interest coming from that either. That's why I'm kind of still on the fence. Do I think we need to? Yes, I think our apparatus are coming to end of life really fast, and being emergency equipment, we can't have end of life equipment as the first response because they're not. I mean, theoretically thinking, if I had to, I would say yes to let it go to the public, and because I think that a lot of people have seen this from both sides, and then ultimately the public we represent the public. I don't want to make a decision for the public without getting public feedback. So I think it should go to the table for the public to at least look at and all that. I have reservations. I see it, I support it, but there are reservations with that interest and or exhausting the fund. Either way, because you have to have, the idea is to have that there. I don't know how fast we can build it up, but if something goes wrong, now we have to take a loan to fix or get a rescue or a tanker or...
So the rescue and the tanker are insured, so if something happens to them in an accident, God forbid, we get replacement value for it. So that part of the concern is not concerning to me because I know we're insured for it. Even if it's an accident on our fault. If the accident is accident, it's covered. The other thing is, we're still buying an ambulance, so we have the money for that, and we're still purchasing all the stuff that we're going to purchase. And if we really had to, we could probably pare that down by $2,000 here and there to save more money. Again, these are two options, and there's infinite options within the middle of these two as well. But the marching orders I got from the budget committee was to come out with this type of an option for them to review, because there were a few people on that budget committee that did not want to pay any interest, and we could do it without paying. I think the overall feeling of the budget committee was, yes, we need 2 trucks. Can we do it without paying interest? And if I can show them that, I think that's the way the vote's going to go. But again, I still feel they want a decision from the Board of Fire Commissioners as well.
Yeah.
They have my input, and I know they value that, but they also value your opinion. And
I think because this is such a middle-of-the-road decision, and that's the whole thing, is there's no definitive, absolutely, and that's why everyone's so trying to weigh the scale, and they were doing the same.
it comes down to the old, remember the old commercial? You can either pay me now or pay me later.
With the budget, right now, you said we had 1,356,775. Taking the first part out of that,
That's a supplement.
so theoretically, July 30th, before July 30th, because we'll have the district meeting and you gotta do the 1 month before adjustment, they said.
Yeah, so once we sign the contract, Sutton will send us an invoice. Once we get the invoice, we have 30 days to pay. So the payment probably is going to take place in August.
Okay. But theoretically, we're dropping the funds down 680 or something like that? 680?
It's all on the
Oh,
spreadsheet. how
I'm
it
sorry.
works out. You want me to come around and show you how it works out?
Which one are you on, Chief?
The one engine, no FS.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's the proposal there.
So balance, yep.
So this is where we started
Yep.
this year. And it's gone up and down, but the USD was like that. So after buying everything that we're going to buy, that's the payment that's going to come out this year, because
Yep.
that includes equipment.
And then
That actually,
next year,
that probably we really won't spend it for next year. This is going to be our balance at the end of this year. 531,000. Then we're
so
going to
December when you say end of year?
end the year.
Okay, thank you.
So we start off again up here.
Yep.
Then we collect this revenue from ambulance revenue.
Yep.
We have this expense, so this comes up to that. And then we have this expense and these other expenses. And that's our balance at the end
Okay.
of there. Then we're going to buy an ambulance. And we
Yep.
have those expenses. And that's where the ambulance expense is right
Okay,
there.
that helps a lot. I
And
didn't understand
that's
this.
where it comes down to 46,000. So
Well, good, the next 2 years, it's
yeah,
that
so,
third year.
so that third year isn't as concerning to me because we know it's coming, and so these numbers in here, I can really squeeze to make sure that this doesn't get that down. And also on that, see this revenue projection?
Yep. It could fluctuate
It's
up and
probably
down.
very low, because look at where we are,
Yeah.
474 last year, and I'm only predicting 415, 420, 425, and so far this year, we're already 27,000 above where we were last year.
So it would be nice if it stayed on trend, but planning low is better for the
That's the thing, very conservative, so that I do not put any of these in any jeopardy. I won't do it.
I think in like version 22 or 21 of this spreadsheet, before we had to buy 2, I believe somewhere in the not too distant future, this fund balance got below $100,000. So one thing I don't see in here is below $100,000 until 2035. And I don't think
2035, 2035, we have 1,308,000. That's after we buy, and that's after we buy a new fire engine.
No, I have, in 2035, I have 104,000. Oh, this is the older, sorry. Also, it does drop down.
Yeah, 2022 is just that, and like you said, your income numbers, you're definitely lowballing, which I love. Absolutely, just give us that extra factor. I love that factor, but
And I know we put the ambulance back together, we already went out to bid, so I already know what the cost is, not counting trade-in and the Ford fleet discount. It's already less than what I have budgeted for. So,
Which I like.
we do that through HGAC, and the engines we're doing through HGAC. So that's really great when you put things out together.
So if you question me where I stand on this, I'm in support of it, but I definitely have some reservation. I support where we're going forward. I just look at these numbers out there. I hate having such a low balance. Even, and I know that is probably going to be closer to 80,000, probably 90,000.
Probably it's going to be more than that, because not only are we buying an ambulance, we're buying another command car. Jubert's car is
So that's going to take away from us.
Huh?
That's going to be reducing the number, not upping
No,
the
it's
number.
already accounted, it's accounted for.
Oh, okay.
It's accounted
It's
for.
all in there.
All right, so
It's accounted
it's part of
for.
your capital plan, which is
Yes.
good. That's where,
But maybe we can get a grant for it. If we have to.
I am in
We
favor
don't
of,
do grants for the ambulance.
I am in favor of passing it
You never
to the, without the interest. I know that's the question.
So it sounds like both of you are on board. And it sounds like you don't pay any interest or anything for that. Now, my philosophy. I'm a firm believer in not paying interest, period. Any way we can do it, I'm a firm believer in it. Because I think to me, interest is you're giving something else your money that you can use. So I am in favor of that thing. And I am in favor of probably buying 2 trucks. What I am in favor of is, you're right, how low this gets. However, if worst comes to worst, we do not have to buy another ambulance that year.
Right.
There's no reason,
could
there's no
shift our
reason
capital.
why we could move another year or something like that. There's always ways around it. There are always ways, there are things we can do without, I'm sure, but you can't do without a truck. You don't have vehicles to do the, it does no good. I mean, you send out bus parking. We have 2 vehicles and if they aren't a problem, then we're not in business. So that's my philosophy. If we have to cut back on something, then we cut back.
I agree, Paul. If we need to make adjustments, we can do that. But you're right. We need 2 reliable vehicles.
We need 2 reliable because
They're
we
going to be
can't.
able to put water on it. Fire.
It does not make us look good when we have to follow up with somebody else. It looks like we don't want our business. And I don't want that there. Unfortunately, it did happen. I would never like to see that again. I mean, to me, that is, people look at you, they can't pick up their equipment, they need to borrow equipment. What kind of problem do they have? To me, that's wrong. Like I said, if we have to go without something else, so we need to probably truck it in the job. We need, once the I'm a firm believer in no interest whatsoever. I don't, actually, if I had to buy a house, I'd probably buy it anywhere I put it out. Because I think you're giving me money away to somebody else.
Anyone else want from like
You're
Susan, call in.
spending $1.3 million to protect, what, $500 million worth of property? I mean, in between the 2 towns? You gotta look at it that way, because that's what we have to do, is protect the assets, people's assets. If we can't get there,
I'm sorry.
no, because if we don't have both of our engines out, if he wasn't able to get that, borrow fire engine, God forbid something happened to someone's house, we have to wait, for Belmont, and if Belmont was on the call, or what, we have to wait for Laconia, or the Samerton to show up.
It just does not look good to the public.
I pay my taxes, I don't have to go back.
They're not in good court either.
So I guess we're pretty much all on board with buying 2 vehicles. That's what it sounds like. As far as the financing, I said, Mike, I don't like interest at all. Any way we can do it without it is I'm a firm believer in it. If we have to go without something on the road further, then so be it. would cost that virtually anything. We've never gone without before, and I don't think we ever would either. That is our goal. Like I said, we have money balance.
Yeah.
It ain't like we're gonna be without one. We have one. We might have a little money in there, but it's cheaper than putting it in the fund. A lot cheaper.
Always.
When you calculate $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 for it versus the ambulance that maybe $1,000 of us.
Signal's gonna hurt to LRGH.
So what would
We
the
do not
impact
know
on this
where
whole thing be to try and
Second
continue
patient is
with
coming
the
out
station?
from the hospital either.
Because that question will come up also, is you're looking at a station and we're doing this, so what is the tertiary impacts?
You need taking money out of the apparatus and put it towards the bond. So the way the commissioners are the ones that make the recommendations to how much money each year would come out of the apparatus and equipment fund and go towards the fire station. Now, of course, the first few years, I don't know if there's even going to be a fire station bond in the next few years. We really don't know how that's going to work. But after the first few years of this, buying 2 engines in the ambulance and everything else that we normally buy, you'll see the fund gets up pretty substantially, fairly quickly. Look on the second page. You know, within a couple of years, we got, you know, $500,000, more than $500,000 there. And that's, again, over-projecting expenses and under-projecting revenues. So it's still going to be healthy, and then you can see where you can take money out and go towards a bond. And like I said, every year it's a determination of the commissioners. Of course, my recommendation is to how I think things are going to roll, whoever the next chief is going to be. Make a determination, and you put it in a warrant article to draw a certain amount, and that whatever amount we agree upon. We're going to get through the budget committee in the public hearing, and that's the to reduce the payment on the bond that year. And it's something that you have to do every year. It's like the press equipment fund. It's a warrant article every year to if I turn out the EMS fund.
A second fund we had where we have to keep I'm not as good with this one. We have to keep a certain percentage of our operating costs for the commissioners or a certain percentage of one of our funds.
That's in the operating.
Okay. How does that get impacted in any way if it does?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. That's a
That is
separate.
strictly operating budget.
Okay. And then won't we still, because I know we had discussion about the commissioner said that a certain percentage has to be there.
Right, that's the other side fund balance, or, you know, what they recommend the repair.
6.67 of the voted budget of the previous year.
Okay.
Is that what 562 is?
No, that's more.
It's more.
That could be 23%.
What was last year's budget?
So could you take money out of the site fund balance for the truck?
Every year, on the floor, there are motions to take money out of the unassigned fund balance. So, you could do that. However, it might not be recommended because we don't know what other warrant articles they're going to flip to the unassigned fund balance. And we've been running below that 16.7%.
Right. That was last year's big discussion.
Right.
And that's the reason why I'm just trying to see all these impacts.
So last year's budget was, so according to last year's budget, we should have $400,800 in that unreserved. So you're looking at 401,000 round numbers.
Okay.
Okay?
I just know that these are some costs and things that when they're going to, I'm thinking of these because they're going to be asking us these same questions with everything that's going on here. And
So another one of the warrant articles is to take money out of the unreserved fund balance to put it back in the fire station engineering cost.
Right, so there's $100 and some odd thousand dollars.
116 or something.
And then we've got to take money out for the fire prevention expendable trust fund and the health insurance deductible expendable trust fund. So those are bringing that $500 and some odd thousand down.
And I think there's another warrant article, 50 to go towards the lane of building fund.
That comes out of the other, that comes out of the other
Those
one.
are paid off.
But that came, these
That's
numbers
why,
are-
that's why the balance, these are like beginning of year endings. The current balance is 1.3. It was, if you notice, a couple of months ago, 1.5.
Yeah, they paid for this.
Paid for the S&P.
Doesn't recognize me.
yeah, it's just, these are all the numbers that I just know if they impact or in any way are going to be impacted because
I guess at some point, you just kind of have to trust that I'm doing the right thing, because I'm not, I would never steer this organization down the wrong path.
like I said, I thought it was a higher engineering, and that's why, yes, you explained it, I'm good with that. It's just some of where I was figuring things and redirecting back. I took that as soon as you said it. So.
Until there's trouble around on the fire station, we're always going to have those engineers.
Okay, so right now, we're already taking $201,195 out of that.
How much?
$201,195. And that's before the $50,000 warrant article for the fire station, which I'm sure they will want that to come out of that as well.
That's
So,
all the unassigned.
and that's all on the unassigned, so that'll take us way below what we need to have in there. So, just so you're aware.
So I guess the next question is, do you want to make a motion on buying 2 trucks, and then another motion how to finance it?
You can include that in
You
there.
don't want it
Put
up.
it all in one.
I know you can, but, you know, if you've got doubts about the way you're going to finance it,
No, I don't want the interest. I really don't want the interest. I just, and for the next 3 years, going to be a little skittish when we look at the budget.
I think there's one is to fix it.
I do too. I mean, it is doable. It's just that there's not as much of a comfort. That's mine. It's nice to
So you
have.
guys are used to having well over $1 million in this fund for quite some time now. When I first arrived here, it wasn't even close. It was less than $500,000, like $280,000. So
I don't like that either. I like a nice 500,000 buffer at minimum. It would keep me happy because that would get us to where we need for a lot of things.
Okay, if somebody wants to make a motion,
Make a motion. Make a motion that we approve the chief proposal for purchasing 2 fire engines. Proposal dated June 29th.
Yeah,
Can you do it quick?
probably before we do it,
For a total sum of $1,367,349.85.
Wait a second.
She doesn't like me.
No. What I want to do is stop you right here and say, okay, so why don't you include how you're going to fund it right now?
Yes.
So,
With said funds to be withdrawn from the apparatus and equipment fund.
on how you're going to do it.
So with the first payment of $677,350 will be paid immediately upon signed contract, and the second payment of $689,999.85 will be paid upon delivery and acceptance of the second payment.
Is that all you need?
Yes.
Yeah, I second.
Okay, the second discussion at all. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Now, what I'd really like is to hear the budget to the negotiate, if they would come up with some type of...
They gotta discuss it after us now.
Well, I know, and hopefully, they come up and they all agree on it. Well, you'd agree on it, they don't, the majority, you know. Now that they've got out of it,
I think that's where they're going with it too.
I hope so.
It's just, it's one of those things where everyone was so close to the fence that it wasn't the 70% minimum on one way, so.
You were sitting there, as I was, my feeling was that they thought we should buy 2 lanes. They just were reticent about paying any interest. If we could do it without paying interest, I think that's what they were looking for.
Send it to the public. Because we have to make an amendment on the floor for the public to allow us to do that.
Yeah, it's just amending the apparatus and equipment
Okay.
fund. The bottom line is that not the outfit, we're up to the office.
Is there anything else?
This is really update.
That's at the very bottom, let me start.
Yeah, very well.
Okay,
Always the last one.
review the minutes, June 16th.
District meeting up there.
District meeting
Oh,
update?
I'm sorry, district meeting, update.
Nothing to sign.
So it's scheduled for Monday, July 13th, 7 o'clock in the middle school gymnasium. We contracted with Brian Dunca to provide the PA system so that everybody can hear each other, and he will also record it.
Yeah, we set it on chairs like 6 feet apart.
That's the idea.
It's supposed to be socially distanced. What's going to happen is next week, Tim and I are going to be together at the school, and we're going to go over there and talk to them about how we want everything set up.
Have we got a confirmation from the school?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Just the last meeting we had, something was said about the school is still closed by the school board. I just,
Right, but they are allowing us
Okay.
to hold our meeting in
yep,
the middle school gym. Everybody's going to be wearing masks, that is required, and we're socially distanced.
yep.
And that's been posted, you have to wear a mask.
Yes, it's on the website. Stephanie's blasted it out there.
And then you're going to supply some just in case.
Yes, we're going to have masks there, and
It's in the present.
yes, and we're also going to be, you know, how everybody has a sign posted. If you have any of these, please do
The
not.
screenings.
Please do not. So,
Maybe it's on there too.
We have,
we talked about it.
Well, what happens if I have a 100-degree temperature? You're gonna take me out?
That's why I'm bringing it
Oh,
up
no,
here.
that's a question.
I know.
I'm just.
And the thing is we can't kick you out, but we can ask you not to attend. Please do not bring it to us, type of deal. If you have any of these things, please do not come. It'll be posted at the door where they come through.
The town of Baltimore was had their town meeting, and they had, well, I don't think they all show up at once, because they had a ballot question open for an hour,
Yeah,
but they had, like, every room in the school, they had TV, and that's where they had people out of socially distant, and when this room filled up, the next room opened up, and supposedly they had 500 people there. So, they had two big ticket items.
Yeah,
Yeah.
community center.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it got the popular vote, and not 2/3 vote.
yeah.
But this, a friend of mine lives in Baltimore,
I'm sure.
because someone, they closed it, and someone, I thought I wanted the microphone on that. Someone wants to sue.
So 7 o'clock is our meeting, this is our
7
meeting,
o'clock.
what to it?
Um,
I think we were supposed to meet prior.
no, it hasn't been posted. Nothing, just the meeting's been posted.
Okay.
Your next meeting is the 21st to act
Exactly.
on
Right.
the
So the commissioner's gonna meet for 20 minutes or whatever before me, and then,
Not usually they
okay,
go.
all right.
I mean, I get over there, as soon as the office closes, I head over there, make sure, just smooth away on everything, and then the chief comes, the commissioners come, and the budget committee comes, the supervisors are there, and everything is ready to go.
So, the time on the 25th is still possible.
Yes, I heard. Don't know where yet.
I am going to bring up tonight.
I will call Gail again. Because I think Gail is
Station
over there.
Walsboro, Mayor at the Psychiatric Problem Station, please. 48 Paradise Drive.
Yeah, she said
Station
that it's going to
Walsboro,
talk about
Mayor at the Psychiatric Problem Station, please. 48 Paradise Drive.
Okay, let's move on. New
Governor
business.
Mullen Highway,
New business.
Mountain View Drive, Channel 3, 1547.
Review the minutes of June 16th. Did you review?
Yeah.
Well, they were just sent out yesterday, so when Beth got them done.
Somebody want to make a motion to accept it?
Make a motion to approve the minutes of June 16th as presented.
Then move the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any other business?
I have a question. If you go through the manifest, we have a porta potty deal right there, it's $180.
Yes.
So, because we're having the meetings here,
Ambulance 1.
we have to have a handicap bathroom. And so we have to bring in a porta potty.
Responding station
And I
for the
think that
police.
if we don't, if we're not able to go back to
Mail that
town hall,
if he can
I think we need to reconsider going back to
hear
virtual.
explosions, the music that makes you more
We're
intense.
just talking about not paying interest, so
State
this
police
is
is
very similar
responding
to the,
1003.
to paying interest. It's my 2 cents.
They overhand.
Hopefully we'll be able to go back to town hall.
Did I know?
Huh?
Did you report?
I do, but it doesn't, it's on one of 5, just like you're on 1 of 3, so. But I think we have to, I think our original plan was to keep it closed for, well, open it for 2 weeks for the main part, and then.
You want to hit Center Street, I'll go fuel this thing. The
issue is clean,
because
they have to bring it clean.
explosions, the music
Because our
making it
other
worse.
employees
Like
there
Farmington
have
River
compromised the
State
union,
away.
or have family
And
that
others.
compromised. Tough situation. Can't do that, we go find a restaurant. So we have free pizza at somewhere. We might get one pizza.
It's funny because some of the schools, the Coney was pretty lenient on theirs. Belmont, really small. You can't even go in there.
Yeah.
I went over and measured.
Well, I went to,
Yeah.
which they have to be very cautious of because Concord has a problem with someone from the public going into the superintendent's office to use the toilet every day. And the lawyer said you can't say no because it's a public building. Where we're a district,
Right.
we have a different, I think we would be covered, but a school is public, you can't deny someone really if they want to push it.
Our buildings are public as well.
Okay, even as a district?
Even as a district, they
Okay.
are public buildings.
Okay.
We're the same as the town.
Yep.
So someone could say they want to come in and look in the building and we have to run there. Or they're looking for a law.
Unless the public they say it's closed, like it was.
Right, we still have it posted on the door, but people can't read.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the Coney City
Well-
Hall, yesterday, and they were 30.
Yeah.
And it was, with a line in it.
Lake Station of Bristol, Hemorrhage, Bravo level 54 Baker Street. Lake Station of Bristol, Hemorrhage, Bravo level 54 Baker Street. Apple Tree Street, Channel 3, 1550.
Take motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, motion been made, second, all those in favor?
It is 3:50.
So you can get the index meeting.
Yeah, and you got another meeting at 5:30.
Yes,
You guys are meeting with the budget committee at 5:30.
yes.
Okay, so that's what that meant.
Yes.
Because I was confused with that when it came out and then I saw the other one,
So,
so.
you know how last week you guys showed up, but you really couldn't say anything?
Yep.
This week you can talk, you can vote if you want, because we posted it as Commissioner's handbook.